This is Eric Savitz with Forbes. I'm in Santa Monica today, where Amazon announced a whole slate of new Kindles, e-readers, and tablets. I'm here with Larry Magid, Forbes contributor. Welcome, Larry. We saw a lot of new products today. Let's walk through what we heard.
Well, it started with, what, a $69 Kindle. They repriced it to from $79 to $69.
They announced a new e-book reader, which is called the Paperwhite.
Paperwhite, very nice.
Which has a nice white background, unlike the gray background on the original Kindle.
You could read this on the beach, and you could also read it in bed in a dark room.
There's a new version of the original Fire, which was $199. Now it's $159.
Right.
The big news today was Kindle Fire HD,
right.
Which now comes in 3 flavors.
Right.
So we've got a 7-inch version, which is basically the size of the original Kindle Fire, the size of the Nexus 7 from Google, and the super big 8.9-inch, which is really the where you see Amazon going after the iPad market there. And then in particular, you see a new, like, super duper version priced at the top of the range, $499, 8.9-inch screen, full-fledged tablet running Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich version of that anyway.
It looked really good, really fast. They put a lot of technology into faster processors, and so from a hardware perspective, they're right up there, I think, with Apple. But the question is, as always, does this have the software and the content that people want?
Although 4G is not free, though.
It's not free, although they are giving you a very aggressively priced model. Sort of. You get 250 megabytes a month for $50 a year, but 250 megabytes is not enough to watch one movie. And the question I haven't gotten an answer to yet is whether or not Amazon is going to comp their own content. I don't think so. But what's also interesting about these products is just as Apple is reportedly about to release its own 7-inch or 8-inch tablet, or 7.8-inch, whatever.
Mini.
The iPad Mini. Here Amazon goes and puts out a large, full-size tablet. So obviously they were looking at Apple's products and thinking, maybe we ought to do this, while Apple was looking at their products. So there's a little bit of cross fertilization here.
Right. So the real question here is going to be, what's the market going to be like here? So they sold millions of Fires. They talk about how they now have 22% of the tablet market with the original Kindle Fire. If you're thinking about buying a tablet and you were thinking iPad all the way, will you now pause and say, maybe I should go this direction?
I mean, if I really wanted 4G, $499 versus $799, that's a $300 break. I would buy the 7-inch Wi-Fi for a couple of reasons. Number one, I like 7-inch form factor. I like to be able to put it in my pocket. I like the portability of it. I like it when I'm at the gym. It fits nicely in the exercycle. I also don't need the larger screen, and frankly, don't really need 4G. There are people who do, but there are other options out there. For example, you could buy a MiFi adapter. You could tether any Wi-Fi device to an iPhone or mini smartphone.
Larry, you have devoted a lot of time on issues related to children's safety. There's a new feature with the new Kindles that allow you as a parent to set some controls on the way your children use the device.
Well, it's called Free Time, and what I like about it is you could say unlimited reading, kids, read all you want, but you're only going to get 2 hours a night to play video games and an hour and a half a night to watch video, movies, whatever. So it gives you more granular control. And also, unlike the iPad, you can have individual accounts. So I can set one set of rules for Johnny, another set of rules for Susie, no rules for me and my spouse, because a lot of families share these tablets. If you're investing that much in a tablet, you're not necessarily going to give one to each kid.
The entire presentation was done by Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon.com, and this to me was very reminiscent of another CEO we know who used to do a lot of demos, and that of course is Apple's Steve Jobs.
So Jeff did a good job explaining them, but he didn't create that enthusiasm, that distortion field. I didn't walk out of here thinking, oh my God, I'm sold based on Jeff's performance, although I am impressed by the products themselves.